Hey folks, Pat that Halloween movie collector. We got an update on the Halloween game. They released Heroes of Haddonfield, an introduction to all the characters that will be in the forthcoming game releasing September 8th, 2026. So let me bring it up here, and there's some interesting characters here. So if you go on the Halloween the Game website, you got the Heroes of Haddonfield. So let's meet a selection of our playable civilian characters and discuss their roles in Haddonfield. So these are going to be the playable characters that you're going to be able to play in the game. So first one up, Thomas Artemage. I wonder where they came up with all these names. Haddonfield is a quiet, unassuming town in Illinois, bursting with idyllic American charm. Its heart beats in sync with the eclectic array of people and personalities who inhabit the seemingly sleepy community. Innocence allows these residents to carry on with their lives blissfully naive to the horrors that will inevitably unfold before their eyes. Despite the looming evil and impending homecoming of the cold, calculating boogeyman, our heroes of Haddonfield stand proudly as shining examples of this town's resilience and vitality. All right, so Thomas Artemage is up first. Armitage, I think I pronounced it right. No one quite loves Haddonfield like our star college football player, Thomas Armitage. At 21, you'd think that football player, I'm assuming he's 21. I'm assuming that there's going to be like a Haddonfield University, like in Resurrection. I mean, I don't think they don't have 21-year-old kids in high school. At 21, you'd think that parties would dominate his social life, but this dedicated athlete likes to return home every weekend to spend quality time with his little sister, visit close friends, and help out at his dad's furniture business. Well, there you go. I should have read it first. Obviously, he's away at college. Furniture business. His positive attitude solidifies Thomas's role as a courageous leader on and off the football field. While some might confuse his confidence with arrogance, Thomas is the type of guy who talks the talk and walks the walk. All right, sounds like a interesting character. I'm just curious how it's going to be in a player game, because if he's not there all the time and he comes home from college, how does that work? Is he like a special player? Jennifer Aarons. Okay, she's got the Laurie Strode hair. Very 70s looking. Jennifer Aarons is always prepared. She has a distinct vision for her future, and that's why she's spending a few gap years working at the local bookstore to save money to pay for a college education. Quiet, kind, and demonstrably type A, she plans to leave the claustrophobic town of Haddonfield behind to pursue grander aspirations. Her overbearing mother would love for her to simply stay home, meet a nice guy, and settle down, but that's far from what Jenny wants. Though her extended academic sabbatical has led to a slight erosion in Jennifer's fastidious shell, courtesy of her new foray into Haddonfield's nightlife. Okay, so it started out sounding like she was like a Laurie Strode, very, very educated, smart, outgoing but silent. But apparently things are a little bit on hold because she likes to party. Sounds good to me. Tanya Harrison. All right. At the center of Haddonfield's social scene is none other than Tanya Harrison. Much like Thomas, she loves Haddonfield and the people in this town. Her carefree and exuberant personality makes her the go-to person to ask about what's hip, happening, and worth listening to. Tanya was once offered a job by Mr. Strode because he thought she would be an outstanding fit to work at Strode Realty, but she turned down the opportunity in favor of a position at the local record store. Okay. Underneath that bubbly exterior, Tanya's charming, dark sense of humor helps her get along with just about everyone in town. All right. Now you definitely can tell this is definitely set back in the day, because, I mean, there's record stores nowadays, but not like there was back in the 70s and early 80s. God, I miss them. And Rachel Callahan. Now, this one looks very, very Joel Polachek from Facts of Life. I'm liking the name Rachel. Maybe a little bit callback to Rachel Carruthers. Rachel Callahan couldn't be more displeased with hanging out with people. In fact, she may even prefer the company of the dead. At night, her morbid curiosities are explored through funeral service education courses she attends in hopes of becoming a mortician and joining the family business. Oh, okay, so she's like a goth chick. Okay. Fascinated by death and the unknown, her free time is spent hanging out with the small group of people in Haddonfield who frequent the occult section of the local bookstore. A lover of punk music and sarcasm, Rachel has a hard time letting people see her vulnerable side, but despite her general distaste for humanity, she does keep folks She does keep folks with similar interests and hobbies around, which should prove helpful on Halloween night. So you know what? She's sitting there saying she likes punk. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of music they have in this. If they're gonna have any like real music, if they're gonna license music. And who we have? We have the Karate Kid, Marcus Navarro. All righty. There are a few things Marcus Navarro enjoys more than firing up his bike and hitting the open road. He was born and raised in Haddonfield, but spent a long stretch of time away to live with his father after his parents' divorce. His independence and nomadic lifestyle are alluring to the residents of the small town, who find themselves captivated by his brooding, lone wolf nature. While he typically prefers solitude, he does enjoy riding over to the Rabbit and Red Lounge to grab drinks and play pool with the Castle Hill Rocks. Okay, whoever that is. Oh, Rooks. I'm sorry, Castle Hill Rooks. I guess Haddonfield has a gang. I don't know. Much like Jennifer, Marcus has fundamental problems with the phony suburban facade of Haddonfield, but that won't stop him from protecting the people he cares about, like his grandmother Gloria. Okay, interesting. There's a lot to unpack there with this guy, but sounds interesting. And there they are. So that is the group of Heroes of Haddonfield. These would be the people you can play as. Interesting group. I wonder where they came up with all this. The civilians of Haddonfield are one of the many elements Halloween will leverage to create an immersive horror sandbox. We're excited to begin offering players glimpses into the unique personalities and traits of our brand new cast of heroes in Halloween, and look forward to sharing more about their involvement in the single player and multiplayer components of the game. All right, so cool. Then definitely a lot to unpack there. So curious, where they come up with characters like this. Each one has a pretty cool backstory. So I guess much like the original people in Halloween, none of them were really the same. They all had a different backstory. You go back to the original, you had the smart aleck in Annie, and you had the popular cheerleader in Linda, and of course you had the introvert smart girl in Laurie. So I get that. Each one here has a distinct backstory. Definitely none of them here are alike. So it's going to be curious to see how they all blend together. If they're not really sitting there saying how they all hang out, so maybe it's something where they all meet and form a collective to take on the Boogeyman. So it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more characters too. See who they incorporate as far as policemen. Like here, they're not having anybody from the films. So curious who is going to be in the game. That's like maybe police officers, like Haddonfield police officers, but they have different names. I don't know if they're going to have a sheriff Brackett. I would assume they're going to have a Dr. Loomis, but I don't know. We're going to see how this all plays out. It's going to be fun, and I'm sure they're going to drop dribs and drabs. This is nice that they gave us a little sneak peek and a little crumb to chew on for the next couple of months and see what comes out closer to the release date in September 8th. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Are you going to get this game? I'm not a gamer, so you've watched this channel. The last game system I bought was the original Sega, like 30 some odd years ago. I'm a 2600 and a ColecoVision guy. I don't do games. This one I will get though, because it should be interesting, and see how bad I play at it, because I haven't played games in years. So I'll go up against Michael and get my ass handed to me every night, but it'll still be fun. So let me know. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think. Get some more Halloween fans in here. Get some more opinions. Will you be getting the game, or do you not care? I know there's a lot of apprehensive people out there because of how all the other games were shut down after a couple of years. So people are like, I don't want to go invest all this time in that. Then they're going to shut it down, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game and the Friday the 13th game. So, but I don't know. I think it's one that'll be around for quite some time, especially with the cons behind it. So give it a shot. And if you haven't given us a shot on this channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. You'll be happy you did. There's plenty of Halloween content if you're here because of the Halloween game. Like Halloween content, this is the place to be. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications so you know when the video drops and when we go live, which is usually at least 2 times a week. So until next time, like I said, hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Do these characters even interest you? Do you find them very meh or bland? Or are you looking forward to seeing how they all blend together and how you can play each individual character? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, Pat the Halloween Movie Collector. Talk to you soon.